Hey guys, what's up? How ya doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about Dragon Quest The Adventure of Dai, which is on episode 58. Now, this episode right here was actually pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to the next episode and the ones after that, although I don't know what's bound to happen next in any other cases. But one thing was sure, the way how it went and how it ended, man, that was pretty crazy. But don't know what's bound to happen next, but I could give a few guesses, but whatever, you know? So if anything else, let's just get this started. We had two that picks up what happened in last week's episode, where Dai ends up launching a powerful attack of his draconic aura right at Dark King Vern. Unfortunately, Vern comes back up and says, well, I gotta say, you really did a good job on that. But, however, it's my turn. I'm gonna have to summon my own weapon, and he ends up summoning the weapon called the Staff of Edisi, or Adisi, however you want to call it, Staff of Adisi, yeah. Which apparently is also made by Lon Burke. Now, if you guys know Lon Burke, and if you've been keeping up the series, you'll understand this guy created a lot of crazy weapons. He created the Dark Armor Spear. He created the Dark Armor Blade. And he even created the Sword of Dai. But he also created the Staff of Edisi, which apparently we get to see a big reference to the games. If you guys have been playing Dragon Quest for a while now, or if you've been playing the games at all up to this point when it comes from the remakes in the DS games or in the iPhone mobile games, you'll understand that this Staff of Edisi is actually a big reference to the Somatic Staff. It converts magic power from the wielder, and exchange it gives them attack power. And apparently the Staff of Edisi is actually the same as the Somatic Staff. But the Somatic Staff has limitations. The Staff of Edisi has no limitations. And he easily destroys Dai's sword, no problema. And this really gave Dai's eyes like total shock and saying, it's over, man. I can't believe my sword is destroyed, And we have to it that Vern tries to finish all of them off with Calamitous Wall, But unfortunately, we have to it that Hyunkuru and Crocodile tries to block the attack, but it doesn't work at all, and it knocks out Hyunkuru and Crocodile and Dai. Pop and Mom get ready for the last moments of their life, but we have to it that Haller shows up and ends up having to destroy the surroundings, etc., and manages to save them both. We have to it that Haller therefore tells Dark King Vern that he's not gonna let anyone else kill Dai but him and his subordinates. That's the only thing they are after. That's all, and that's it. And we have to it that Haller therefore tells Haller gets ready to clash against Dark King Vern, but as for Haller, he's getting ready to die very soon. Well, he is bound to die because Dark King Vern says, the black core that was part of your body is now gone, and you're pretty much going to die very soon, And we had to Dark King Vern and Haller ends up clashing against each other, but unfortunately for Dark King Vern, we have to it that Haller actually manages to actually go on par against Dark King Vern. But we also get to see to it that the Royal Guard survived, which is to be obvious or something, because they can't die that easily since the Orihaukum material made, that kind of thing. But that aside, we had to that Mr. Vern and Reaper Vern ends up stopping them to not interfere, because Haller interfered with Dark King Vern's killing whatnot, and he has to pay the price of that. And we have to it that that Dark King Vern actually struggled against Haller, because Haller himself, we get to know and been reminded that Haller's body is pretty much stronger than before because of he has that power up from Dark King Vern every time he dies or gets defeated, and every time he's resurrected, he gets stronger, But unfortunately, for Dark King Vern, that becomes a little backfire because Haller himself, even though he was on the brink of death, he manages to bring himself back up, But, and we have to it that Haller actually almost pushed Dark King Vern into a corner, and we get to know why, because because the staff he has absorbs his magic power in order to like convert it into attack power. Dark King Vern is actually weakened, and that's pretty much a nice thing to know. That's pretty much a nice thing to put in a certain series, because we all know, like, when it comes to the final boss of villain, they tend to be super strong, but if they get exhausted, depending how much power they use, they tend to be exhausted and could be wide open for an attack. And that's why Hadler was able to actually almost overpower Dark King Vern, and Dark King Vern tries to attack him with Kaiser Phoenix after pushing him off, but unfortunately it doesn't even work, and because like Dark King Vern's magic power actually weakened, and we get to see to it right here and now, because you guys have to understand, Dark King Vern, he actually fought with Dai and the others, and he's forced to summon his own weapon to fight Dai on par or destroy the weapon of his own, or Dai's sword. And we had to it eventually, like I said, the Kaiser Phoenix fire spell that Dark King Vern tries to use against Hadler, it doesn't work on him because his magic power is weakened, But we have to it that, like, Hadler was about to use an Ultra Combustion Slash whatsoever, but Zabara ends up interfering and attacks Hadler because, Hadler, even though Zabara did follow Hadler did a lot of bad things to him or disrespected him or locked him up in a jail cell, and Zabara wants to attack him back for that matter. And we had to it, Dark King Vern takes advantage of this and tries to throw his staff at freaking like Hadler and finish him off, But the Rook, which is block, ends up using one kind of ability, which is a big chess reference, which I didn't know that was actually part of chess, which is like some kind of like switching, which is like a castling or something. Switching with the king and the rook, if they are in trouble, it's like this. The rook and the king can switch places, in other words, That's when block takes the blow, and later on we see like the Royal Guard and Hadler having to like go and manages to save themselves, Well, Hadler gets saved by his subordinates and they end up having to leave. Only the knight, the pawn, and the queen are left, and Hadler and those three end up having to escape, And we have to it eventually that Vern is actually upset about this, but whatever, But we have to it that we get to see something else, which is the freaking holy dragon whatsoever, The Holy Mother Dragon. Sadly, it ends up taking Dai because maybe he's dead or he's in trouble or whatever the case may be. But what's even more crazy and worse right now is that the weapons of Dai and Hyunkuru ends up having to return to Lon Burke, which apparently any weapon that was created by Lon Burke apparently will always return to its masters, but apparently it returns to Lon Burke, unfortunately, which is sad, and knowing that Hyunkuro and Dai possibly might be dead. So, not to mention, Dai's sword did not return to him, even when the Holy Mother Dragon picked him up. So, pretty much like, it's pretty much the Age of Darkness, or Darkness ascends on the surface world now. And we had to it that Dark King Vern says it doesn't matter, because even if the Holy Mother Dragon creates, another Dragonite, it's gonna take decades and decades for it to grow or to mature. And for Vern, he just needs to worry about Hadler's resistance, but pretty much Hadler, he's gonna die very soon anyway. So we don't know when he's going to die, but his death is inevitable. But whatever the case may be, Dark King Vern pretty much only needs less than 10 days to destroy the surface world and summon the underworld, whatever the case may be. And the episode ends off there. Preview next episode. It is called freaking like The Survivors, So I don't know what's really about to happen for our buddies next, but one thing for sure is that it's not the end for them, obvious from the get-go. But right now, it's really looking bad right now. As for Hadler and his Royal Guard, I don't know what role they're about to play, but it looks like to me they are destined to fight each other. That much is certain, no matter what. They are pretty much destined to fight each other. As for the weapons of Lon Berg, you know, like the Dark Spear armor and the Sword of Dai, I don't know. Since it returns to Lon Berg, I don't know what's going to happen to those two. But one thing for sure, we get to know that since it's been made by Lon Berg, it will always return to their masters, you know. And even Dai's sword, even since Dai's sword broke, you know, it seems like to me it self-repaired himself, even though it was destroyed in 2 pieces, which is really crazy. And I guess Lon Berg's like weapons is no joke. That was pretty intense. And in any other cases, you know. I'm looking forward to see what's up here and there. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video or so. I'm Alpha Zito. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.